Hi everyone, welcome back to Basic Stitches. This is our Stitch with Me. I'm Jamie. You can find me on Instagram as Jamie X Stitch.
And I'm Jordan. You can find me on Instagram at LittleStitchGirl94.
And today I am going to be stitching on Bless Our Home. I feel like I'm pretty close to a finish on this and I would like to get more done. I'm going to be filling in the house some more. And then I have the flag over here, the dog, and then just the words below, and it will be done.
And I'm working on Up, Up, and Away by Country Cottage Needleworks. This is our #basic up and away sal. And I haven't worked on it as much as I wanted to, so I figured I'd get some extra work on it today. We also have dogs all over walking on the hardwood floor, so I apologize for
their toenails.
And their tags on their collars.
If I lock them in the other side of the house, then we're going to hear them whining and barking. So, yeah, it is what it is. But, Sasha Marks, last time on our Stitch with Me, which I was also stitching this Bless Our Home, and I haven't done any more stitching on it since. We asked for some suggestions of things to talk about. We talked last time about concerts we'd been to, and it was fun reading your comments and hearing the concerts you guys have been to. But Sasha Marks made a comment because we had asked for some suggestions what we should talk about, and hers was movies, books, TV programs we're excited to have come back, you know, in the fall. And we've chose today we're gonna do movies.
And we would love, especially if like on this video you guys want to comment and give us more topics to talk about. It makes it a lot more fun when we're talking about stuff that like we can have a conversation about kind of with you guys that you want us to talk about.
Right. Thoroughly enjoy that. And at some point I know Emily C has a new tag, and so we may do her tag as well. So we just like to have different things to talk about when we do our Stitch with Me's. Makes it fun. So, but movies. So
Incredibles 2 comes out in like a week.
I'm so excited. I loved Incredibles 1. I like Disney shows. I don't care if I'm an adult and a grandma. I love them. So that's exciting. I was going to buy tickets yesterday and I forgot, didn't I?
Yep.
So I need to get in there and buy tickets so we can get the showing that we want and then the seats that we like to have. But so what's your favorite? Can you name an all-time favorite movie, Jordan?
You'd have to give me a genre. Like, I could pick a favorite movie from specific genres.
Okay, so action.
I'm gonna just lump all of the Avengers movies, all of the Marvel Cinematic Universe into one, and just say those.
Yeah. I agree, action-wise, that they're fun. We've gone to all of them as they've come out. Actually, there was a couple I don't think we've seen in theater. We have waited until they were on rentals to get, but still.
Alex and I are working on buying all of them, and then before Avengers 4 we want to have a full Avengers marathon. It's like 36 hours worth of movies with the new Avengers added.
Oh, that's crazy. I'd have to just watch
We're gonna
how
do, like,
many there are,
1 or 2 a night
for so many nights,
yeah.
And yeah, you have things that come up to break it up. But then,
you still haven't even seen Infinity War.
I have not, but I did go. What did we just go see? And it was good. Oh, Solo. Okay, so I grew up watching the Star Wars. Jorden, apparently I've failed her as a mother because she has not seen them. And
according to a past Facebook post, I have, but they didn't make an impression because I don't remember them.
They're so good though. And I've heard a lot of people didn't like this Solo, the new movie. I really did. Now, given that actor, I thought did a very good job. I don't know his name, but he is no Harrison Ford. I'm sorry. But I thought he did a really good job. And that, what's her name? Is it Emily or Amelia or something like that? She's also in Game of Thrones. I thought she did a great job. And Woody Harrelson. And yeah, I enjoyed it. It entertained me while I was watching it. And that's what I want a movie to do. Is just literally be a form of entertainment. Yeah. So that was good. I like the Star Wars. On the Harrison Ford, I also loved the Indiana Jones. I saw all of them growing up. I was a little mortified on when his face melted off. The bad guy.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, because I was a little girl watching it. That was a little scary for me. But, you know, it is what it is. So, okay. Do you have other action? What would you consider Harry Potter's? Are they action?
They're fantasy.
They're fantasy, okay. So, fantasy, Harry Potter's.
Between Harry Potter's and Lord of the Rings, I love them both. Harry Potter wins, but Lord of the Rings is
I do like
amazing.
Lord of the Rings.
I would also put, like, and I mean, I'm kind of thinking of books, not just the movies, but Chronicles of Narnia, at least the first movie I thought was pretty good.
Yeah.
But the books, I would categorize them in the same place, and they're all on my favorites.
So, I also liked Hunger Games.
I would just consider that the young adult movie.
Okay. Well, what kind of
Well, that's like
genres are you
dystopian.
giving me?
That's not fantasy. That doesn't have like the magic and the dragons and
Okay.
it's a whole different thing.
So, let's just name what we like because your genres are just random.
My genres are accurate, mother.
But I've watched them over and over. I also read those books, but
That was actually, I think it was Lacey's first movie was Mockingjay 1, maybe it was 2. She fell asleep and slept in her car seat. And, I mean, she was a newborn at the time, and my friend was like, let's go see Mockingjay. So that was Lacey's first movie in the theater.
Nice. Another series that is on my top, I don't know like top whatever, but top 10 or something, but is Back to the Future. Absolutely.
I don't know if it's real.
Love.
There is a page on Facebook that is claiming to be Michael J. Fox, and I don't know if it's really him or not. There are some things that make it seem like it's not, and some things that make it seem like it is. But there was a post on there saying that they are working on Back to the Future 4.
Really?
And there have been news articles, not nude articles, news articles.
That'd be more entertaining if they were nude.
Since last summer, talking about people being interested in the possibility of doing a fourth. So.
You know what? I don't know. I loved that, all of them. The way they interacted and they filmed it and they went back and forth and everything, it was fantastic. I've always loved them.
They're classics.
They are. They are.
I feel like I love movies and I know all these movies, and then we start talking about them and I'm drawing a complete blank.
Right? Okay,
so talk about some of our favorite chick flicks.
That's just what I was going to say is chick flicks. Now, my number one chick flick.
My Best Friend's Wedding? Is that not it?
No, that's in my top, though.
Steel Magnolias?
Yep. Have to move my thread.
If you have not seen Steel Magnolias,
Oh,
you have to.
Yes. And I mean, we quote from that movie, like even the blush and bashful and my sister's nickname, so my sister, her nickname is Weeza, and we got it from that movie.
What's that line?
Just been in a bad mood for 40 years.
Yeah. That's why Lisa got her name. She has a reputation.
But it's just from us teasing, though.
Yeah.
That it came about. But at your wedding, you had the bleeding red armadillo cake.
And we had Weeza.
Because in the movie, Tom Skerritt, is that how he says his name? Cuts off the butt end of the armadillo cake and gives it to Weeza, which is Shirley MacLaine, and says, do I say it?
Nothing like a nice piece of ass. And so we recreated that scene with Weeza and my dad at my wedding, and that was our groom's cake, was the bleeding armadillo cake.
It was pretty fabulous.
And I didn't have blush and bashful as colors.
But I wanted her to.
I actually really thought about it.
Blush and bashful. It's pink and pink. Oh, there's so many things. Seriously. Okay, so do you want to know the one thing I don't care for about that movie? You probably know this. Daryl Hannah's character. She drives me absolutely crazy.
That the one
I do not
like
care for her.
New person to town?
Yeah.
I haven't watched it in a long time.
That's probably the one.
We should have a movie day.
Yeah, thing. But I love Dolly Parton in it, and Sally Fields is in it, and Julia Roberts. It's one of her early ones. And Shirley MacLaine, and
I love the dad.
Olympia Dukakis. I couldn't come up with her name. She's hilarious. I thoroughly love it.
The dad shooting all the birds out of the trees.
Yeah.
Getting ready for the wedding.
Oh. And she hides his gun in the drawer. And he's deaf. Yeah, from shooting the gun. Yeah.
That's
and
funny.
given. So it's hilarious, but it makes me cry every single time I watch it.
Yeah.
But
then it has like the perfect line for that.
The laughter through tears is my favorite emotion. Oh, here, hit Weeza. Oh, hilarious. Okay, dogs are roughhousing. Hey.
Another one of my favorite chick flicks is How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. My best friend Caitlin and I, between the summer of like 6th and 7th grade, had sleepovers at least once a week. And then we carried on that tradition.
I know these dogs, I'm trying to get them to behave.
We carried on that tradition through like almost every summer through high school and everything.
Yes.
And there was one summer that we watched How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days like once a week. And would always make jokes about Matthew McConaughey.
Hey, dogs. Oh, goodness.
We watched that one. We watched My Best Friend's Wedding several times.
Okay, I love that one.
On VHS.
Yeah, that's how I had it. And I watched that. Well, okay, so talking about things that we had at Jordan's wedding. I liked this movie back in the day, 20 years ago. And watched it several times. Because my husband had gone to Wyoming to work while we were engaged. And so I was bored at night. And I'd put that movie on to go to bed every night. Anyway, love it. But, so you know, if you've seen it.
It's another Julia Roberts movie.
Yes, it is. And it has Matthew Mulroney or something like that's his name. I'm not great with actors and actresses, sorry.
Neither am I.
But they're sitting in the restaurant and they're talking about how they met. And, you know, the best friend's, he's getting married to, the blonde. She's not.
Cameron Diaz?
Yeah, no. Yes, yes, it is. But Julia Roberts is trying to break him up. Anyway, and they're in this seafood restaurant. They're talking about how they met. And then she's faking that she's engaged to her editor of the magazine she works for. She's a food critic. Anyway, and they start singing. He talks about how he met her and he was walking and it was Dionne Warwick and it really wasn't. But this lady thought she was... anyway, this whole thing. And they start singing. Say a little prayer for you. Yes. The moment I wake up. Anyway. I put on my makeup. Anyway, and in the background, there's the people with these crab hands, and they're doing this back and forth thing, and the song's going. So at my rehearsal dinner the night before our wedding, suddenly, like, everybody's done eating, and suddenly they start playing this song. And I about died. It was my sister and my sister-in-law, and they had the song on... They probably had to have it in like a boombox or something because it was 20 years ago. Some stereo that they had brought. It's not like they could just play it off their phone like now. But anyway, and some people were sitting there at the wedding, like my husband's family was like, what in the heck? What are they doing?
What kind of family is this?
And my family, like, they all knew I liked it and it was funny and they played it and it was hilarious. And my husband just kind of was rolling his eyes. He knew I liked that movie and he laughed. He understood it. So that was a funny movie thing at my wedding. Another more chick flicks because I can name.
Serendipity.
Ooh, I do like that one.
That's one of my favorites. Like when you first said like to pick my favorite movie of all time, that's the one that came to mind. But I didn't know if it's beat out by any other movies. But that's my go-to answer is because I just love that movie.
I also like Sandra Bullock. I love like 2 Weeks Notice.
Oh my gosh, that one's amazing. When she's running to the
car
or
the Winnebago.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, my sister, they're, on vacation. They're stuck in traffic in California. And she texts me and she's like, we almost had a 2 weeks notice moment because her daughter had to go to the bathroom so bad and they were stuck in traffic.
Another good Sandra Bullock one is The Proposal.
Yes.
I love that movie.
It's hilarious.
Betty White and Ryan Reynolds and Sandra Bullock.
There's so many good things about it, like, too. Like, okay, so when she's chanting, to the window, to the window, to the wall. Like, that's hilarious. And then...
When the bird steals the dog.
No, steals her phone and she offers it, the dog. Takes the dog and, here, take the dog.
And then the very end, so is he a good driver? Like, imitating, it's during the credits. They're doing
when they're doing the interview thing.
Yeah. And he's like, using his hands, like making like cars drive and explode and wrecks, and it's hilarious. And she's like, oh, I'm a great driver.
I like when they're sharing the bedroom, but she's making him sleep on the floor, and something in the Funky Bunch. What was they're talking about the concerts they went to, and so who'd she do?
I don't remember.
And Ryan Reynolds starts singing the song, and then he actually like strained his throat, and he said he really that really irritated his throat in real life. Like he wasn't acting when he was anyway in an interview I saw. I can't think of the name of the song. All I got in my head right now is that Dionne Warwick song.
And all I can think is like Bryan Adams and the Funky Bunch, but I know that's not it.
Well, no, it was Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch, but that's not who is but it's something similar to like that. I don't know. If y'all know, tell us, because I can't think of it, but it was funny. Yeah. Trying to think of another one. Okay, so this is... My husband has a few movies that he watches every time they're on TV. Like, every time.
We should just do a whole video talking about Dad's taste in movies.
Oh my gosh. Really? So, and slowly though, I have collected him these movies on DVD or Blu-ray. Well, I don't think he's watched any of them on DVD and Blu-ray. I don't know why I bothered to collect them for him, thinking he wanted them, you know,
one
in the
day,
collection.
TBS and Fox and FX and all those channels will stop playing them.
I don't know. So he watches like Shawshank Redemption,
The Goonies,
True Lies, Ghostbusters original. Well, yeah, he's watched the new one as well. But those are some of his go-tos. I have my own version of that, and he makes fun of me. And it's Overboard. The original. I have not seen the new one with Anna Faris, but the original with Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell. Is that the name? Okay, so I think it's hilarious. I think it's funny, and I think Goldie Hawn is hilarious. And her voice, like when the dogs are attacking her, and that noise she makes, I don't know what it is. I love her. I think she's great. So that's another go-to that I love is, but I don't own, that I know of. It's Overboard.
Now all I can think of is all of Dad's weird movies. Ghosts on Mars.
Oh.
What was the one we were watching last night? Volcano?
Oh, it was, and it was so not, oh.
So,
And it
I was
had,
watching this movie, and it's Volcano, and it has the guy from Iron Man War Machine in it.
well, I'm thinking, I can't think of his name.
And
he's a good actor. This movie was not good.
So he's watching it, and I'm trying to get my kids to pick up so that we can go home because it's getting kind of late. But I just got invested in this movie, and it was an awful movie. And it was from like 1997 or something. And one of the reviews on it that I saw, the real natural disaster here is the script. I was like, yep, that's accurate.
Yeah. Oh.
What
The
was the one
things
that
he
he
watches.
rented the other day? That
I don't know. I don't remember the name of it, but it was something about like the Mayan ruins. So it was like Spanish speaking. And a lot of, like most of it. So there was a lot of subtitles and I can't stitch and read subtitles, but seriously, at some point they were going to dive in these ruins and find something, and I don't know. It was not worth the red box rental. Sorry if anybody else knows what it is and they liked it. I can't even remember the name. Okay, different genre. What's your favorite scary movie? And do you?
oh my goodness.
Because some people
Okay.
hate scary movies.
I went through a
kind of like the
phase.
thrill.
Where scary movies were all I watched. My husband and I started dating because we were watching scary movies together. So that was about the time period. What's the one with Daniel Radcliffe?
Oh,
The woman? Woman in Black.
Yes.
So,
I saw that in the theater, and
So I've watched that one like a billion times, and honestly, there are only two things in it that really even scare me anymore. There's a crow that like comes down from a chimney or a pipe or something that's just like a
I
shock
think
scare.
it's a chimney. Yeah.
And that one always makes me jump. And then the children. Kids can be so creepy. And that movie made me say that I never wanted kids. And then obviously I have two kids and they're adorable and not creepy in the slightest. But that movie, like, I was like, I can't have kids. They're so creepy.
That movie, so I saw that in the theater with your dad, and I just remember the entire time, because it's a very dark black movie, like not much lighting, and so in the dark movie theater, my eyes were searching this black screen, just wondering where this woman would appear. Like, oh, yeah, it wasn't super scary, but it was intense, like watching for it.
It was good. I really liked that one. I mean, there's a reason why I've watched it multiple times. Another one, The Woman in Black 2. I've watched. That one wasn't great, but we watched it. Yeah. That one, Stacy and I watched after it had been a long time since we'd watched a scary movie. So we ended up watching it while we sat on the couch, like playing a board game. And we turned the sound completely off because the sound was making us so scared. All the music and stuff, and we weren't used to it.
So I've been scared by multiple movies, and I have nightmares, even as an adult. If I watch scary movies, I have nightmares.
What was that show that turned on?
Oh, so I tend to scare myself as well. But this was when I was a little girl. The very first original Friday or Nightmare on Elm Street. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I know it's cheesy. Like, to go back and watch it now, I'm like, really? But there's things about it. I was with my older brother and sister at a neighbor's birthday party. I went with just because my parents were going somewhere and I like to be babysat. So I was supposed to be not watching this movie. When they watched this one, I was supposed to go out of the room and go and hang out with Lila, the neighbor, the mom. Well, I didn't want to do that. I wanted to stay and hang out with the teenagers. I mean, come on. I wanted to watch a scary movie. So we watched this Friday the 13th. Or no, sorry, Nightmare on Elm Street. And Freddy Krueger is the scariest thing ever. I had nightmares over that movie for years, and it did not help that my brother and Brian, the guy that was at the birthday party for, like scared me when the tongue came out of the phone and stuff. Like, yeah, they made me jump. And anyway, and then we went home, and I didn't realize. I thought I was just at this party. I didn't realize my parents were gone. So then we walked home like 2 houses, but we were old enough, and
it was like 2 houses.
Yeah, and it was dark outside and everything, but we get home and my parents aren't home, and I had a complete meltdown. I was crying, and I still like scary movies. But that one scared me, that given I was watching it when I was... So if they were, I would have been maybe like 9, because I think it was like Brian's 13th birthday or something like that. Yeah.
A really good
Too young to be watching scary movies.
A really good one is Don't Be Afraid of the Dark. Have you seen that one? It
I have not.
Katie Holmes in it. And someone else. I don't remember. It has that obnoxious girl that, like, she's always a brat in every, like, character that she plays.
I haven't seen it.
But it's rated R for horror, purely because it's scary, which my friends and I generally tried to not watch R-rated movies. But that one, because it wasn't, like, nudity or language or anything, we were like, whatever, this is just going to be a really scary movie. It's good. It's scary. So we watched it at my friend's house, in her parents' unfinished basement, in the dark, and then I had to go home, and it's like 1 o'clock in the morning, and this whole movie, there are like these like little gremlin things like all over this house, and it's like haunted by these little gremlin things. So I'm walking out to the car at 1 o'clock in the morning, and it's dark, and there's no one else on the street or anything, and this cat jumps out of my car window, because it was summer and I had my windows down so it wouldn't be so hot in the car. Cat jumps out of my car window and runs across the front yard, and I was so scared. It looked, I swear, just like one of the little gremlin things from the movie. It terrified me.
Another one I like is When a Stranger Calls.
Oh, that one's too real.
I
I can't handle ones that actually like could happen.
And then that I did it. It was intense for me, but I also liked the Scream series.
I haven't seen those ones.
You haven't?
I haven't.
Abby and I watched 2 of them together, but I have not. But I've seen them all. I was just watching them with her.
My friends all watched the Saw series together.
Ew,
and
I do not like those.
I was getting so like gore sometimes doesn't bother me, but then like with those movies, it's just so over the top, and it was like making me sick. So I would just like fall asleep so I didn't have to watch it.
So I like scary, suspenseful. I hate the blood and guts gore, like just the. I mean, I understand it's scary movies, people are going to get killed and stuff happens, but like just.
But then there's another movie that has that kind of, that doesn't really bother me. The Cabin in the Woods.
I saw that one.
Chris Hemsworth and Jesse Williams. I think that's his last name. I mean, I watched it for the eye candy way back when. But that movie is so stupid. But I enjoy it.
So, okay, so we've said scary movies, we've said some chick flicks, we've said action, fantasy, Harry Potter, hands down.
Comedy?
Oh.
Is that your phone going off?
Yes, I'm sorry, it's my mom and sister. Comedy, I like the Hangover movies.
Those are funny.
And I'm really excited to see this new movie, Tag.
Oh my gosh, I'm
It
so
looks
excited.
hilarious. I'm really excited for that one. I'm trying to think what other comedies.
I don't think a lot of the movies I watch are comedies.
Well, mine are like romantic comedies, which I consider more the chick flick. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, do you know? Okay, cry movies. Abby and I went through a period of time we watched nothing but Nicholas Sparks movies together, and would sit in my bed and cry. And
you guys are weird.
Like Best of Me and Notebook and Safe Haven. Okay, sorry, not to change, but those are cry movies. They're chick flicks. But comedies.
Do you want to tell the story of the time you took me and Caitlin and Abby and Derek to Vampires Suck?
No. I should have known. This was a mom fail moment. So these kids, Jorden and Caitlin, her friend.
We loved Twilight. We were at that age. Like, that was our junior high years. Mm-hmm. And Twilight was all
so then
was life.
In between those movies coming out, that stupid movie Vampire Sucks came out, and they wanted to see it because it was making fun of Twilight and blah 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 whatever. So I'm like, okay. So they get out of school on Friday and come here. We get tickets. We go see it. I take all the kids. Here we go. See this movie. It was not comedy for
99% of the movie.
Thank goodness, because I was like, oh my gosh, this is mortifying to be sitting here with my kids seeing this. Like, yeah, that was not a mom moment. And I should have known from like just the people in it and like who it was put on by and stuff that it was like the comedy that's like adult humor, not kid humor. But yeah, I didn't even register. I was like, they want to go to the movie? Sure, let's go to the movie. No big deal.
What movie have you seen that you think was the most overrated? I think I know your answer, but I don't know if you'll actually think about it.
I don't know, because now you've got me like wondering what you're thinking I'm going to say. I can't even
I think Star Wars, honestly.
Oh,
I just don't.
who are you?
I just don't care for Star Wars at all, and I think everyone loving it is kind of just like overrated. Sorry. I like all the other nerdy things.
Your mom's highly disappointed in you.
I know.
That was.
Do you want me to give you your answer?
Yeah.
Princess Bride.
Oh, good.
So
lands.
yeah, you're just as bad as I am.
No,
Princess
you
Bride
cannot,
is a cinematic masterpiece.
No, you cannot compare Princess Bride and Star Wars. I mean, are you kidding me?
I don't know what color the
Princess Bride is. I seen it. Wait. Oh,
inconceivable.
you know, I seen it. Did I say that? I seen it.
did.
I saw that movie multiple times because we had here in Smithfield when I was a kid, we had this little movie theater that was just tiny, and it only got a new movie like once a month, and that was all we had to do as young kids is we could walk up to this movie theater and go see a movie. And I saw that movie so many times. It was painful. And that's why I think I liked it at first, but then after I saw it that many times, I'm like, I can't.
That's how I was with Avatar. The like.
Oh,
I
never liked that one. Not even the first time I saw it.
The first time I saw it, I did see it in 3D, and so it was like really cool. But like.
No.
Okay. And now they're gonna be releasing 4 more.
Do you want other movie that people liked and I thought was horrible, and I think it's the same thing as Princess Bride? I saw it way too many times and I didn't really enjoy it because if I really like it.
Did you see Twilight in the theater? 9?
No.
7? It was a big number.
It was like 7. Well, I had multiple people that wanted to go see it with me, and you and Caitlin and Abby were 3 of those people that wanted to see it over and over. And I was like, whatever, I'll take you. But I saw Raising Arizona. You've never even heard of it. Oh, you don't want to see it. It's dumb. My mom's calling me right now.
Another movie that I would not waste money seeing is Jupiter Ascending. It had
Channing Tatum
and Mila Kunis.
And I like both of those actresses so much.
That movie was just so dumb. Alex and I walked out of it and we were like, can we make fun of that? Was it like even dumb enough? Or like it was dumber than we could even like sit and tease about. Like it was just a waste of money.
Yeah.
Sorry if you liked it. I mean, it just was.
Well, everybody has their own opinions. Yeah. People are going to like movies that we don't. We like movies they don't. And
any of you can like any of these movies, and we can still be friends. No big deal.
Right. But yeah, those are. I have a list of movies.
I still can't really think of any comedies.
Oh. Your dad and I went with a group of friends and to the very first American Pie when it came out, and we laughed so hard at that one. I'm just trying to think of any like movies that, because your dad, when he laughs at a movie, like he laughs like out loud right from his toes. So I'm trying to think of movies that he's laughed at, but I don't know. Okay, well.
That has been our taste in movies.
Let us know what comedies we're forgetting. I mean, I feel like there's several.
I mean, I laugh at a lot of different genres. Like, I don't think I really go see comedies. But, like, Thor Ragnarok especially, that's an action movie that I was laughing so hard.
Yeah.
The whole way through. Have you seen that one yet?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, your dad and I went and saw that in the theater, like right when it came out.
Okay.
So.
And I know you just still haven't seen Infinity War.
I know, but I go and see Thor because,
Maybe
I mean,
maybe
eye
you
candy.
and I should go see Infinity War because I think I've had enough time now to wrap my head around it that I need to like see it again.
Well, I need to go see The Quiet Place.
Oh my gosh, I want to see that one so much.
It's in the
cheap show.
Cinephore, yeah. Okay. Anyway, on that note, we'll wrap up our Stitch with Me.
Leave in the comments anything you'd like to hear us chat about.
So we still talk about TV shows. We'll still talk about books, audio or that we've actually read.
And we'll do Emily's tag.
Emily C's tag. Yeah, and so if you have any other suggestions or ideas beyond that, please let us know, or tell us your favorite movies you love or hate, various genres, you know, love to hear them. And you can find me on Instagram as Jami X Stitch.
You can find me on Instagram at LittleStitchGirl94.
Okay, thanks for watching. Talk to you later.
Bye.